Sergeant Cole Marius stood on the surface of the dead moon, his boots crunching over sharp rocks and frozen dust. The sky above was pitch black, filled with distant stars.
Ow.
His suit lights glowed dimly as he scanned the crash site. Smoke still rose from the alien escape pod. The metal was bent, scorched, and broken in many places. It had clearly fallen hard. Cole raised his rifle and stepped closer. "This is Marius," he said through his gums. "Found the pod. No signs of movement yet. 8. "Be careful," Command replied. "Thalzari pods can be booby-trapped." Cole grunted. "That." He climbed onto the side of the wreck and pulled open the hatch. Inside it was dark and filled with the smell of burned circuits and blood. Alien blood. He moved forward slowly, gun ready. Then he saw her. A figure lay crumpled near the back of the pod. She was tall, slender, with smooth gray skin and long silver-white hair. Her armor was torn and her breathing was shallow. Strange. Golden liquid oozed from wounds across her chest and side. Her glowing blue eyes flickered open for a second, then shut again. Cole's heart pounded. "Holy hell. It's royalty," he whispered. He had seen pictures before. She was Princess Valerie of the Thalzari Empire, one of the last of the royal bloodline, a symbol of power and pride to her people and a sworn enemy to humanity. "Command," Cole said. "I've found someone. High-value target. She's still alive?" "Repeat that?" Command asked, surprised. "She's dying, but alive. Requesting medevac now. Hold position. Medical team en route. Do not engage or touch." Cole glanced down at her again. She was barely breathing. Then suddenly, her eyes opened wide and locked onto his. She reached a shaky hand toward him. "Please," she whispered, her voice weak but clear. "Don't let me die." He froze. "I'm not your enemy," he said slowly. She winced. It burns inside me a weapon. Not from your kind. It kills from the inside. My guards, all dead." Cole looked around. She was right. 2 alien bodies lay near the front of the pod, burned, lifeless. "Nothing in my medkit will help you," he said. She gasped. "I need blood." His eyebrows shot up. "What, yours?" she said. "Only human blood. It can fight this poison. I saw it in a vision before I crashed." Cole stared at her. "That doesn't make any sense." She coughed. Gold blood spilled from her lips. Her body trembled. "Please," she whispered again. "If I die, the truth dies too." Something in her voice pulled at him. Wasn't begging for herself. She was afraid of something bigger, something more important. He opened his cum. "Command," she says, "the poison in her can be fought with human blood." Silence. "Repeat that, Sergeant." "She's asking for a blood transfusion," says she. "Saw it in a vision." "That's impossible," the reply came. "Thalzari and human DNA are incompatible. You could kill her or yourself." Cole looked at the dying princess. Her skin had gone pale. Her breathing was shallow. He didn't have time to wait for permission. "Then let me be the idiot." "Who tried?" he said. He dropped to his knees, took out a sharp tool from his kit, and made a small cut on his forearm. Blood began to drip. Her hand trembled as she reached up, guided her fingers to the wound. As his blood touched her skin, something strange happened. Her body arched. Light flashed from her chest. Her wounds glowed, then sealed shut like magic. The golden blood turned silver, then disappeared. The marks on her skin lit up, pulsing like tiny stars jerked back. "What the hell?" she gasped and sat up. Her hair floated as if in water. Her eyes, once blue, were now golden and glowing. For a moment she stared at her hands, then at him. I feel alive," she whispered. Cole grabbed his rifle again, unsure what was happening. "What are you?" he asked. She looked at him, her expression full of wonder and fear. "I don't know," she said softly, "but I think I'm changing." Suddenly, alarms blared in Cole's earpiece. "Sergeant Marius, massive energy spike detected from your location. What's going on?" Cole stood up slowly, still watching her. "Something impossible," he said. She's healing and glowing. I gave her my blood." Now he paused. "She's not just alive, she's more." The princess stood shakily at first. With every second, her movements became smoother, stronger. She looked around the ruined pod, then at the stars above. "Do you know what this means?" She said. "No," Cole replied, "but I'm guessing you do." She stepped closer to him, her voice low. "It means the stories were true. The stories my people called myths. The giver, the blood of change. And you think that's me?" She nodded. "You are human. You should not be able to do this. But you did." "Oh. That means everything we knew is wrong." Cole looked away, trying to make sense of it all. But deep down, he already felt it. Something inside him had changed the moment their blood touched. Suddenly, her eyes widened. "They're coming," she said. "Who?" "Both sides," she said. "If they find out what happened here, they'll try to kill us both." Cole raised his rifle. "Let them come." She gave a faint smile. "You're a strange warrior, human." He shrugged. "Name's Cole. You?" "I am Valari. Now more than a princess. I think I am something new." They stood together, alone on the dead moon. Human and alien, warrior and royal. Bound by blood and now by fate. Above them, the stars watched in silence. The small medical room inside the human base on Outpost Theta was silent, except for the slow beep of machines and the soft hum of power running through the walls. Cole Marius sat on a metal bench, staring through the glass window into the next room. Inside, Princess Valari stood quietly under a glowing scanner. Her silver-white hair shimmered under the lights. Her skin, once pale gray, was now glowing softly with faint golden lines. Her eyes, no longer blue, burned like twin suns. "She's not the same as before," said a quiet voice. Cole turned. Dr. Yen, the base's top medical officer, stood beside him holding a tablet. Her face looked worried, confused, and curious all at once. "What's happening to her?" Cole asked. Jan shook her head. "I don't know. I've never seen anything like this. Her cells are changing rapidly, healing, evolving, adapting, as if something inside her woke up." Cole frowned. "Because of my blood?" "Yes," Jan said. "Your DNA somehow triggered something in her, something ancient and powerful. She said stories and her people spoke of a giver, a being whose blood could awaken. Something—" I looked at him with wide eyes. "That's true? Then this is bigger than we can imagine." Cole leaned back against the wall. "She also said both sides would want her dead if they found out." Jan nodded. "I believe her." Inside the medical room, Valerie touched the glass wall between them. She watched Cole carefully, her fingers resting against the surface. Her mind felt strange clear, yet full of whispers, memories that weren't hers, visions that flickered like fire behind her eyes. She saw Earth. She saw a golden city floating above clouds. She saw a war long ago between the stars. And she saw him, a warrior, giving his blood to her. Just like Cole, she whispered softly, "You were always meant to be the giver." Suddenly, the door opened, and a human officer stepped in. Captain Rena Davis, tall and sharp-eyed, entered the room with a cold stare. She looked at Cole. "Sergeant, we need to talk now." Cole stood and followed her into a nearby briefing room. She shut the door behind them. "You've made a lot of noise, Marius," she said. "High Command is very interested in what happened on that moon." "I did what I had to do," Cole replied calmly. "She would have died." Rena crossed her arms, and now she's something else. Not human. Not Thalzari. She's a hybrid. Or a weapon. We don't know. "She's not a weapon," Cole said sharply. "She's scared. She's trying to understand this just like we are." The captain gave him a hard look. "You're too close to her. Be careful, Sergeant. Emotions can cloud judgment." Cole stared at her. "Sometimes emotions are what make us human." Rena didn't answer. She left the room without another word. That night, Cole couldn't sleep. He sat outside near the edge of the base, watching the stars. Valari walked up behind him, her soft steps silent. "Do your people always speak in circles?" she asked with a small smile. Cole chuckled. "Only when they're afraid." She sat beside him. The cold wind didn't seem to touch her. "I can feel things," she said softly. "Things I've never felt before." "Like what?" "Like power, but also pain. Like memories of another life. One that doesn't belong to me." Cole looked at her. "What do you mean?" She closed her eyes. "I see visions. A great war, split between our kinds. A choice made long ago. And now, it's all returning." He stared at her glowing hands. "You're changing." "Oh, but it's not just your body, is it?" "No," she whispered. "It's deeper. It's like something inside me has opened." She looked at him, her golden eyes soft. "And I think it's because of you." Cole didn't know what to say. Felt something too like a bond between them. When she hurt, he felt it. She dreamed. He saw pieces of it. It was more than blood. It was connection. Suddenly, alarms sounded across the base. Alert. Unknown vessels approaching. All personnel prepare for lockdown. Cole and Valerie jumped to their feet. A red light flashed across the sky. Rena's voice shouted over comms, "We have incoming Thalzari warships. Multiple." Face turned pale. "They found me." Cole grabbed his rifle. "Let's go." The base turned into chaos. Soldiers ran to positions. Turrets powered up and shields rose. In the command center, screens showed 3 massive alien ships entering orbit. "Thalzari cruiser is hailing us," said a technician. "Put it through," Rena ordered. A massive image appeared, an old Thalzari male in golden armor. His eyes were filled with rage. "This is Commander Karen of the Royal Flame. You hold a corrupted one within your base. Release the princess immediately. She is no longer pure." "She's under our protection," Rena replied firmly. "She is not a prisoner." "Then you choose death," Karen growled. "She has bonded with a human that is forbidden. She is a threat to the entire empire. We will cleanse her." The screen went black. Rena turned to Cole. "You were right. They want her dead. We have to get her out of here," Cole said. Valari stepped forward. "No, I won't run." "You'll die if you stay," Cole argued. "Then I'll die standing," she said. "But I won't hide." She raised her hands. Light pulsed from her skin. Machines around her blinked and responded. The lights shifted with her energy. "Dr. Jan gasped. "She's affecting the tech." Valerie's voice grew stronger. "I'm not just a princess now. I'm something more." She turned to Rena. "Let me talk to them. Let me show them what I've become." Cole shook his head. "They won't listen. We make them," Valari said. Outside the base, the sky lit up with fire. The Thalzari ships began charging. Weapons inside Valari walked to the center platform. A communication crystal from the crashed pod was brought forward. She touched it. Her voice went out across the stars. "This is Valerie, first daughter of the Thalzari Empire," she spoke. "I am not dead. I am not broken. I am changed, and I will not be silent." The Thalzari ships paused. Commander Karen's face returned to the screen. "You speak like a traitor," he said. "I speak like one who remembers," she replied. "We were once one race, split by war, but now the blood of the past flows again, and it flows through me." Karen stared at her in horror. "You are cursed," he said. "No," she answered. "I am the future." Cole stood by her side, rifle ready. Whatever was coming next, he would face it with her, because something had changed, not just in her, but in him too. The stars above Outpost Theta burned with warlight. Thalzari warships circled the planet like wolves around a cornered prey. Inside the human base, tension filled every hallway. Soldiers stood at attention, guns were loaded, shields flickered. With every incoming energy scan, and at the center of it all stood Valara, no longer just a princess. Her glowing golden eyes stared out the command window as her once loyal people aimed their weapons at her. "They fear what I've become," she whispered. They don't understand, Cole replied beside her. His armor was dusty, rifle strapped across his back. They think you're dangerous? Valerie looked at him. Maybe I am. No, Cole said firmly. You're different, but that doesn't mean you're a threat. What? But even as he said it, a message came through. Captain Rena Davis stood at the console, her jaw tight. High Command just sent orders. The Cole Valarier to be placed under military hold. Effective immediately. What? Cole snapped. Rena avoided his eyes. Earth's leaders don't trust what's happening here. They think she could be used by the Thalsari or worse. She's some kind of weapon sent to control us. Cole stepped between Rena and Valerie. You've seen what she did? She saved herself. She hasn't hurt anyone. I know that, Rena said quietly. But this is politics. Fear spreads faster than facts. 2 armed guards stepped forward. Cole raised his rifle. Don't, Rena warned. I don't want this, Cole, but I can't stop it. Valari placed a hand on his shoulder. We can't fight both sides here. He looked at her. She gave him a sad smile. We run. In the next 5 minutes, everything changed. Alarms rang. Security locks sealed doors, but Cole knew the base better than most. He led Valari through. Underground maintenance shafts, past dark storage rooms and into the hangar bay. Inside sat an old human scout ship, small, fast, half-broken. It's all we've got, said. Valari touched the side of the ship. Glowing fingers pulsed. Against the hull, the lights turned on. It will fly, she said calmly. I'll make sure of it. As the hangar doors opened, Rena's voice shouted through the speakers. Cole, stop. If you leave now, they'll mark you a traitor. He looked up at the camera. Then mark me. The engines screamed. The ship lifted off. Laser turrets tracked them, but no one fired. Seconds later, they were gone. Into the stars. Their escape wasn't quiet. Both the Thalsari and human fleets began pursuit. 2 ships chased them from the human side. 3 fast interceptors came from the Thalsari. Cole's hands flew over controls. They're locking on. We're not fast enough. Valari sat. Beside him, her eyes glowed brighter. She reached out and touched the console. Suddenly, the engines surged. The ship jumped forward like a beast unleashed. What did you do? Cole shouted. I connected, she said, surprised. The machine listens to me now. They twisted through asteroid fields, ducked behind dead moons, and raced through plasma storms. Valari's powers grew stronger with each second. During the chase, Cole was hit by a sharp jolt. His side burned. A beam from a Thalsari ship had grazed their hull and thrown shrapnel into the cockpit. He collapsed to the floor. Valari gasped and rushed to him. Blood was flowing from a deep cut. No, she whispered. You gave me life. I won't let you die. She pressed her glowing hands over the wound. A pulse of golden energy spread from her fingertips. The wound closed in seconds. Cole gasped and blinked. You healed me. I think, she said softly, your blood gave me more than just life. It gave me your strength. They landed on a quiet moon, hidden deep inside a nebula. The air was thin, the ground dark and rocky, but it was safe at least for now. As Cole rested, Valari walked to a tall stone structure, ruin old and forgotten. Strange carvings covered the walls, symbols from her past. And from his Cole joined her, looking at the writing. This doesn't look like your language, it's not, Valari said, but I understand it, somehow. She touched one, carving a symbol that looked like 2 stars crossing paths. This is the mark of the Waitari, she said.
Ow.
The ones that split into humans and Thalsari? Cole stared.
You're saying?
We were once the same? Yes, she said. Long ago, our ancestors were one people. A great war divided them. The Thalsari left for deep space. The humans stayed behind on Earth. She pointed at a mural. A figure stood in the center, glowing. Gold, holding the hands of 2 children. One had human features, the other Thalsari. The giver, she said. The one whose blood could unite both again. Cole's mouth felt dry, and now that's me. I think so, she said. Not because of your name, but because your blood unlocked me. It changed me. Now I can change the world. They sat in silence, letting the weight of history settle. But peace never lasted long. A new signal crackled through their coms. Rena's voice came through, broken and static-filled. Cole, Thalzari, Empire has bounty, dead or alive. Humans too. Then another voice broke in. Commander Karan, you can run. She will not hide forever. Galaxy sees you as abominations. The old ways will not bend. You will burn. Cole, shut the coms. Valerie looked at him. They're not just hunting me now. They're hunting you too. He nodded. Guess we're in this together. She gave a small smile. I wouldn't have it any other way. That night, as they sat beside a small fire made from moonwood, Valerie looked at the stars. Do you think there's anyone who'll believe? Us, she asked. Cole thought for a moment. There will be. Someday. But first we survive. He reached out his hand. She took it. And in that moment, human and alien sat as one, not enemies. Not soldiers, but the first of something new. The stars above them blinked quietly. But the galaxy was changing, and nothing would ever be the same again. The hidden moon was silent, except for the soft hum of ancient machines deep beneath its surface. Cole Marius and Princess Valari stood before a large stone doorway. Strange symbols glowed faintly on the cold metal frame. The door was old, but powerful energy sealed it tight. This place, Valerie said, her golden eyes reflecting the lights, is the key. Cole looked at her, puzzled. Key to what? To everything, she whispered. They pushed the heavy door open. Low rumble echoed as it slid away, revealing a dark corridor lined with glowing panels. The walls were covered in carvings and alien writings that shimmered in the dim light. Valari stepped forward confidently. These are the ruins of the Itari, she said. Our ancestors. Cole followed, his heart pounding. The Itari. They were a great civilization, she explained. Before humans and Thalzari, the original race that lived among the stars. We are their children, split apart by war and time. The corridor ended in a large chamber. In the center stood a tall, crystalline figure, a machine, or a statuette. Looked both alive and ancient. As they approached, the figure's eyes glowed blue. I am Celerin, the voice said. It sounded calm and wise. Keeper of origins. Cole and Valari exchanged surprised looks. Celerin spoke again. I have waited long for this moment. The giver has come. The blood that unites two branches. Valari stepped forward. Seek truth. The crystal figure nodded. Then listen well. Celerin began to tell a story. Story lost in time. Long ago, the Yatari were one people. They explored the stars and mastered great technology and powers. But as their empire grew, so did their pride and fear. A great war shattered their unity. The Yutari split into two main branches. One stayed on Earth, evolving into humans. Other fled into the stars, becoming the Thalzari, though different. Both carried the ancient Yatari blood deep inside them. But the connection was dormant, waiting to be awakened by the giver. You, Celerin said, turning to Cole, are the giver. Your blood carries the spark of Yutari DNA that can awaken the lost power. Cole's mind raced. But how? Why me? Your ancestors were chosen. The Yutari designed this to happen in times of great need. The blood of the giver will bring balance or destruction. Valari's eyes burned brighter. That means my transformation is only the beginning. Celerin nodded. Together, you represent the future of both your peoples. Cole felt overwhelmed, but a strange calm filled him. He looked at Valerie, who now seemed more radiant than ever. This changes everything, he said quietly. If the Thalzarian humans were once one race, then this war between us is a lie. Nodded slowly. But some will never accept the truth. The old leaders will fight to keep their power. Cole clenched his fists. We have to show them. We have to stop the war. Suddenly an alarm echoed through the ruins. Hostiles detected, Silarin said. You have little time. Outside the ruins, dark ships emerged from the nebula, human warships, but not allies. These ships belonged to the faction that wanted Vylari captured or killed. They were led by Commander Drax, a ruthless leader who saw Vylari as a threat. Cole grabbed his rifle. They found us. Vylari stepped forward. We will not run. The two of them fought their way back through the corridors. Silarin's lights flickered as it powered defenses. The fight was brutal. The ruins shook from energy blasts. Cole covered Vylari as she used her powers to protect them. Her glowing hands sent waves of energy, knocking down enemies, but more. Soldiers kept coming. In the chaos, Vylari stopped and looked at Cole. I have to do something, she said. What? I have to send a message. A truth no one can ignore. Cole nodded. Then I'm with you. They rushed to the communication room deep inside the ruins. Vylari touched the control panel. Her energy flared and connected with the ancient system. Her voice echoed across all frequencies. This is Vylari, daughter of the Thalzari Empire. I bring a message of truth. Humans and Thalzari share a common past. We are one race, divided by war. The blood of the giver has awakened me. I offer peace and unity. Cole added. I am Cole Marius, human warrior. I gave her my blood because I believe in that peace. The message sent a shockwave across the galaxy. Some listened, others refused. Commander Karan, leader of the Thalzari fleet, declared her a traitor and vowed to destroy her. Earth's government was divided. Some called for her arrest, fearing a new weapon. Others quietly supported the message. But something unexpected. About small groups of soldiers and citizens on both sides began to question the war. They remembered old stories, old hopes. The message sparked something new. Hope, back in the ruins. Cole and Vylari prepared for the coming storm. We have made enemies on all sides, Cole said. Vylari smiled sadly. But we have made allies too. She looked at him. We will face what comes together as one. Cole nodded. The Keeper of Origins glowed softly. The future is not written. It is yours to shape. In that moment, the blood that had joined them burned, bright lighting a path that could change the galaxy forever. The galaxy held its breath. From distant planets to busy space stations, every screen and communicator carried the message. The story of Vylari and Cole, the princess who changed with human blood, the warrior who saved her, and the truth they shared in the massive war fleets of both humans and Thalzari. Commanders shouted orders. But in the hearts of soldiers, out flickered. The battle for the future had begun, not with weapons, but with words. On board the battered human cruiser Liberty's Flame, Cole and Vylari stood together in the command room. The ship was a patchwork of old and new technology, scarred from recent fights but still flying strong. Vylari's golden eyes scanned the holographic maps. She pointed to clusters of ships closing in. They will attack soon, she said. Cole checked his rifle and armor. We're ready. Not just for battle, Vylari said. For what comes after. Across space, the Thalzari Emperor sat on his throne, his face twisted with rage. The news of Vylari's broadcast had shattered his control. This girl is a traitor, he roared. She dares to claim we share blood with humans, that the war is a lie? His advisors bowed, fearful. Send the fleet, the Emperor commanded. Destroy them before their lies spread. But among the Thalzari captains, whispers grew. A cruiser captain named Cyril looked at the Emperor's orders with doubt. He turned to his crew. This isn't what we fight for. If Vylari is right, maybe we must choose another path. His ship quietly changed course, breaking away from the fleet. Back on Liberty's Flame, Cole and Vylari prepared a final broadcast. This time, it wasn't just for soldiers or leaders. It was for everyone. Vylari stepped before the main holoscreen. Her glowing skin was a beacon in the dim room. People of the galaxy, she began. For centuries, we fought as enemies. But I have seen the truth. We share a past, a future. Together, we can end this war. Cole stood beside her. I gave my blood to save her. That blood changed everything. Shows we are stronger, united, than divided. The message spread like wildfire. Some worlds cheered, others prepared for war, eh? Great battle broke out in orbit around the neutral planet, Caldera Prime. The human fleet met the Thalzari armada in a fight that shook space itself. But this battle was different. Soldiers hesitated. Laser blasts slowed. Voices on both sides shouted. For ceasefire, in the middle of the chaos, Valerie's voice rang out through the coms. Stop this fighting, she demanded. Look at what we can become. Not enemies, but allies. Cole broadcasted his own message. Every soldier who lays down arms today is a hero. One by one, ships lowered weapons. Cyril's cruiser moved into the no-fire zone. Other ships followed. The fighting stopped. After hours of tense silence, a historic meeting took place on Caldera Prime. Leaders from Earth, the Thalzari Empire, and many other races came together. Valerie and Cole stood side by side. The Emperor watched. From afar, furious but powerless. We will not forget the past, Valari said. But we must build a new future. Days turned into weeks. The war ended. A new council formed, representing all peoples. Valari became a symbol of hope, the first of the reunited. Cole stayed at her side, a warrior and protector, together. They traveled the galaxy, telling their story. But peace was fragile. Old enemies still lurked. Some refused to believe. One day, a secret message reached them. A new threat was rising, one that wanted to destroy the galaxy, everyone in it. Cole grinned. Looks like our work isn't done, Valari smiled back. Together, we are unstoppable. Ducked. Blood that had broken all logic had done more than save a life. It had changed the stars, and the galaxy would never be the same.